How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massive Beer Reviews, back with yet another review. Fucking coffee stout time. OG coffee stout. Not OG. There's ones that come way before this one. But one of the OG super delicious coffee stouts. Sure, that'll work. In the form of Trillium Brewing. It is their PM Dawn Cacao Edition. I haven't had a PM Dawn in a very long time. I believe this was not the Cacao Edition, but PM Dawn was one of, if not the first Trillium beer I ever reviewed about 4 years ago. My buddy Brad came back. At that point, they were just, everything was in 750 bottles. And, yeah, I was a big fan of it back then. So I'm kind of excited to dive into this one now. Because it's been a while. I mean, I just haven't had one. And I remember it being pretty damn good stuff. Now, you're talking about add a layer of chocolate on top of that nice kind of cold brew coffee deliciousness. Hopefully she shows and proves. This can comes courtesy of me winning my fantasy football league. By now, I've probably posted a video. If not, I won a fantasy football league. Yay for me. And it was a beer league, and everybody had to put in $50 worth of beer. And I got to pick, the winner gets to pick 5. There's 12 total entrants, and you get to pick 5 boxes of beer, and this was in one of them. So there you go. As far as what it says on here, Cacao PM Dawn American Stout with cold brewed coffee, 9% alcohol by volume. Done and done. And this be canned on December 10th, so it's just a week or two old. Quintessential, old school PM Dawn labeling. Just a little bit, you know, a little bit more of a gray background than what they typically had back in the day. And that'd be that. So there you go. I dig it. I've always loved Trillium's labels. They've come off of that kind of old school wood etching that I've talked about and ad nauseum in previous reviews. So yeah, let's see what the sucker has. I literally just came home from a little date night with the wifey, and I had myself a little bit of a hamburger, and I'm kind of in the mood for a little bit of kind of a desserty kind of nightcappy beer, and a little coffee chocolate stout definitely goes a decent way. Yeah, 9% alcohol by volume, by the way. Anyway, there was a head on there. It was about a half pinky finger, dissipated relatively quickly. Talking about, you know, chocolate and coffee in there, so not a surprise. And what you're left with is a rich dark brown with a huge dollop of mahogany. You probably can't even see that, but there's just a rich redness to it in there. So yeah, definitely looks the part of a stout. Let's get a nose. Oh man, that coffee's so fucking good. It's so good. Yeah, I mean, there's coffee on coffee on coffee, you know, stacks on stacks on stacks, and there's coffee on coffee on coffee. Just rich. And they talk about a cold press coffee, but I'm getting a nice kind of bitterness from it too. On top of that, the coffee is big, it's robust, it's roasty, it's bold. At the same time, there's a nice kind of fleshiness to it. There's a little bit of green to it, so it's not an overly roasted bean kind of vibe. It's almost like that kind of slight green kind of coffee. Sure, roasted malts and chocolate. You want to tell me there's added chocolateness? Sure. If you just said it's just roasted malts, I'd be like, it sounds and smells kind of right to me. But yeah, it smells like a big, bold, drinkable, mind you, Imperial Stout with just heaping helpings of really banging good coffee. That's not entirely cold pressed in it. You know, they talk about cold press. They probably don't want to. They probably want to get off the illusion of like a not super bittering component, but it's there. Let's dive in. Cheers. That's coffee beer, man. It's not beer coffee. It's coffee beer. I mean, that coffee is so big, so bold, so flushed out, and it's so. It's just gigantic. But, and this is the beautiful part, this is why it gets me all hot and bothered, gets my nips a little bit kind of happy and stuff, and spitling all over myself because I'm so excited. It still tastes like fucking beer. The coffee is just fucking Spinal Tap to 11, but you're still drinking a beer. It just doesn't taste just like coffee. You know you're drinking a beer. That's a beautiful fucking thing. Yeah. Nice. A nice, rich, slightly creamy, slightly dense mouthfeel. Not the thickest beer in the history of mankind, but she's not going to be confused with thin. That coffee is big. It's bold. It's rich. It's roasty. It has that green component. And then you actually get to the chocolate portion of the show. I kind of dismissed it in the nose, going, yeah, sure, there's fucking chocolate in it. you can tell there's added chocolate to this now. In the taste, you're getting this soft combination of a powdered kind of poof, kind of powdery chocolate. We've all had that puff of chocolate. If we've made like a instant hot cocoa or something like that, you've scooped, something happened where you got that kind of mist cloud of chocolate in your face. It's that kind of powdery chocolate on top of just like a semi-sweet, semi-milk chocolate vibe. It's not necessarily baker's chocolate. It's not milk chocolate. There's something in between. So it's giving you that big chocolate component on top of the coffee. So you're getting those kind of chocolate macchiato vibes that are just fucking pinging off the fucking every sensory part of your fucking mouth hole. And it's wrapped up in a really well done stout that drinks creepily easily. You're talking about 9%. You get a little hit of heat on the way down, but not enough to kind of turn you off. You just want to keep chugging it. That's a great beer. That's a great beer. That is, let's do it. Let's cut right to the fucking chase. Is this one of the better coffee stouts that I've ever had? This is up there. This is towards the top. This, for me, is like, we're in there. We're, Peche Mortel range. We're probably above that. We're fucking double shot. OG double shot range. That's how good this is. This beer just shows the coffee so well while still being not just a beer, but a fantastic stout. And while I dismiss that chocolate from the get, even on the nose, I'm like, okay, it smells like chocolate. It comes through in the taste, and I can't tell you how awesome that is. When a beer says, I'm doing this, this, and this, and then does it, that's fucking a beautiful thing. A lot of people don't pull it off. You assume they will. You're like, oh yeah, that's kind of, it's a maple bourbon barrel-aged beer. Listen. This is about the best executed combination of chocolate coffee. It's the best chocolate coffee and stout beer that I've had. I mean, and it's probably up there, top 3 all-time best coffee beers I've personally ever had. Back in availability is, Trillium. What is it, $22 probably for a 4-pack? And leave you with, unless you win your fantasy league, leave you with, if you like, will you like this beer? If you like fucking good beer, if you like good beer, you like stouts, you like coffee, this shit is like the holy triumvirate of that shit. So if you like those things, if you like good beer, if you like stouts, you like coffee, this is going to make your fucking butthole pucker, because it's like nipple hard kind of tits. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it as much as this dude did. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive if you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed our review. Hopefully you're enjoying a nice coffee beverage right now. Or beer, sorry. Hopefully see you next time. Cheers.